So I'm going to show you how to fix a camera, remove them from a P3 Pro Phantom, and the how to take the camera apart and replace it with a replacement that's already been built up. I'll show you what I mean. So this is built up right here. This is a good camera. All right. This is a broken camera. And there's the plane I'm going to use, the drone. So let me tilt this down where you can see this. I'm not real good at editing video, so I'm just going to go for this real quick. You need a small screwdriver or a 6mm Allen wrench. And it's a number 6 torque wrench. Those Allen wrenches and that torque wrench are interchangeable for this job. So there's 4 screws. There's 2 in this little cover back here. So the ones in the cover, you actually kind of got to get them out of there a ways for this cover to come off, but you can't pull it up. You can't pull it up, pull it out of the screw holes and then push back down on it. That'll make the screws pop up. Makes the screws pop up like that, and it gives you enough room to get over these little indents right here. All right, so I've removed 2 of the screws that I remove. You're only gonna take out 4 screws. 4 screws in this whole job here. These I don't actually take out either. I do take them out. They're all the way unscrewed, but they'll, you'll see what I mean. I've got them loose. I can lift this up, and you can see it's hanging there. That's because of this right here, which is part of the ribbon cable. And all it is a little bit of glue. You can put your fingernail behind there. You don't have to be too general with that because that's broken already. Now you can see there's that little bearing, a little Allen screw right there. A little Allen screw and a bearing. And you see these 2 connectors. I'm going to show you how to do these connectors. You have to be extremely careful with these connectors. All right, so first let's just pull this off. You don't have to use a lot of force on this Allen wrench. Okay, so I'm going to strip this anyway. So we're going to put that's probably good. We're just going to leave that out there. Now you can see I'm just got the ribbon and the 2 black bars. So don't put your fingernail underneath this and go flick, because it will break these little tiny connectors and you'll ruin your board. You won't be able to use it after that. So what I do is I do put my fingernail underneath it, but I put my thumb on top of it and I just slowly kind of pull it up. I don't force it. And then you can see it's up because it can wiggle it a little bit. So if you can see that, we'll do as close up as we can. So there's one. I'll do the other one very carefully. I'm gonna loosen it. Okay, so it's done. Bam, we're out of there. Okay, now we take our functioning camera. You'll notice on this shaft right here is a flat spot right here. All right, so I kind of put that, here's the bars, there's a flat spot. You don't have to do that like that, but I do it because I'm gonna hold it with my thumb, because this is the bar, this is the motor. All right, so yeah, turn this around. And I just set that up there and rotate that motor around until it just drops on. There you go. Now, don't tighten anything yet. Put the bearing on. It always tends to kind of hang there at the top, so you just get it set up there and just jiggle it around a little bit and it's down. Now you can see, hopefully, that the shaft is sticking up above the bearing. You know, that's fine, but it makes it really hard to get this part back underneath the camera. So what I do is I just put my thumb on top, put whatever tool it is I'm using in there. If it's the Allen wrench or this, I like this because I can just lift up on it. You just want to snug it. It doesn't have to be tight. It's not structural. And then you can see the bearing now is flush with the top of the motor. Okay, now we need to get those into there. So again, I just check these, make sure they're loose. Rotate the camera around, kind of let it hang a little bit. And then you'll find a sweet spot when you do this where they slide right in. But it is kind of hard to find because you have to get them both in there at the same time. So I find that rotating the camera actually will have an effect on these because that's split right there. It'll actually have an effect on those. All right, so see that first one will drop in there, but the second one didn't want to drop in. So just got to mess with it for a minute. You'll get it. Don't force anything. Okay, I need to kill some time on this. Anyway. I'm just trying to hold this where you can see it. Okay. I know that took a minute, but just I'm trying to hold this thing at an angle for you guys. So there, you can see the white lines on there are just outside, and then just roll those down. Don't force them. I just use the edge of my fingernail and lightly make sure they're down. They're down. Okay, the bearing's on there. This little tab deal right here, when you put the cover on, that's actually going to help you locate everything because you have to go through that little slot right there, just like that. See it peeking up? All right, now we're in there. Now we just have to get over the bearing. And we're on the bearing. Now you see this isn't down all the way, all around here. So you have to just kind of be loose with it, play with it. Sometimes the screw gets down there, keeps it from going flat. There you go. Now you can see it's all flat, right? Now, I'm just going to tighten these screws right here. I hope you can see this because I have no idea what this thing is filming. Okay, so there's the camera. I didn't put the cover on the back yet because at this point I want to test this to make sure it works. Incidentally, this camera I know works because I've had it on good boards. This board I just now got literally 5 minutes ago. So I'm going to put this on this drone. But before I do that, let me just show you. These cables, the cables on the drone, I have one right here. Hopefully I can illustrate this. But if you look very close at the end, and you look what my thumbnail is doing, you'll see it's like an alligator clip. It's locked, it opens up. When you push down here, it lifts that up and releases it. So when you put these in and out of the camera, don't force them. Don't force anything. So you don't have to squeeze those to put them in. You just have to squeeze them when you take it out. And these things are a little hard to see, so sometimes it's a lot about feel, but if it don't feel like it just, you know, dropping right in there, then don't force it. Okay, so this guy's, I usually do this on my lap, but you can see if you get the right angle, you can actually see the socket that it's going in. See, it just dropped in. Now I'm just gonna push it down. There, okay, that's on. Let me cover these shock mounts real quick. Just kind of pinch them like that. Hold the camera down with your hand. Just kind of roll them up. There's one. I'm gonna do the same thing on the back. There's two. That's enough to hold it on for the test. Okay. So now, literally, that's the way you do it. So I'm gonna actually link this real quick. So to link this to a controller, right? You let's start with the controller. Let me turn this thing on real quick. Okay. See, I already got the program up, but this is kind of a new tablet. So see, it says disconnected up there. All right, let me turn the drone on. Okay, yeah, there's a problem with this board, but I'm gonna let it, there's a problem with that board, but I'm gonna see if it has any video. For that, I gotta go back to the, my thing here for a minute. Okay, I'm not seeing any, well, we're not connected, right? Because that's red. So here's the way we're gonna link this. I'll link it through the controller, or through the app the first time. Just see right here, it says linking. Just press that. That'll come up, it says confirm frequency. Just click OK. It's gonna come up with that message. Now we're gonna go over here to this side of the drone, and you see there's two holes here. I'm gonna put this little thing in here. We're gonna press it lightly. We're not gonna force it. We're just gonna press lightly. And now you see we have a green light. It says linking complete. We're okay. Okay, so yeah, this thing's a blank stare. This thing is a blank stare. So I know this is the it's the board. I know it's the board that's bad and not the camera, because I've had this camera on other items, and as you can see, the fan on the board right there is not turning. Can you guys see that fan? Yeah, the white fan right there. It's not rotating at all. That means it's not booting. So, that should give you the information you need to fix that camera if you have a good board. If you don't have a good board, like these, right? These are not good boards. There is some stuff you can do or have done. If you're really good at soldering, you can flash that board, but that's for another video. Thanks a lot. Hope this helps. Bye.